I want to read something to you guys. I was talking to you about in the live that I was in just a little bit ago. But let me bring it up real quick. If my computer doesn't go slow. Oh, hold on. Let's see if I can get it to bring it up. Oh, I went to the YouTube and I get something else. Okay, that makes sense. What's up? Trying to find something real quick. That I was trying to talk about earlier when I was live just a little bit ago. So I wanna. What's up, James? All right. So for the few people that were here earlier, they'll catch this video later because I always save all my lives. I never delete them. They're always up if you guys want to come back to them and refer back to them. You want $1,200 for the car and it's pink? Hey, maybe somebody will buy it from you. It ain't gonna be me though. But anyways, there was earlier I put this post on my community tab, and this is what it said, guys. It says, guys, we are not just going to talk about Johnny Gobble anymore. My mom and I will be going live Monday around 8 p.m. to talk about the Summer Wells story. It's a crazy story, and they still have not found her. I never said in there we're not going to talk about Johnny Gobble anymore. It says, guys, we are not just going to talk about Johnny Gobble. I think people are starting to lose their minds, guys. Starting to lose their minds. But whatever, I guess, right? It looked like Mike 12 Points put out a video, so let's listen to it until people start coming in and talking. Big ear, little brain. That's the name of the video. What's up, Jake? Not very loud.
What y'all think?
If you guys aren't watching Mike 12 Points, go watch him. He's freaking hilarious.
Like, an older person, if they wants to get out and drive real.
What's up, Desiree? We're listening to the new Mike 12 Points video. I just seen it pop up. I figured why there ain't a whole lot of people in here, I would play the video. Trying to get your dang dirt bike to start? My dirt bike, it runs good, but it's going to blow up pretty soon because oil got into the gas. Yeah, that's never a good thing. It's never a good thing. So, yeah, I'm probably going to have to buy a new dirt bike pretty soon. I'm going to ride it till it blows up. So.
Early in the morning. And somebody's making.
Yeah, my brother was riding it like a week or so ago, and he's like, something's wrong with this because it started smoking really bad. Not extremely bad, but bad enough that you could tell it was smoking. And he put his finger down in the gas tank, and there was oil in the gas. I was like, that's not a good sign. If it blows up, you can buy a rebuild on eBay. That's what I'm going to do for my Kawasaki. The one we got to Kawasaki also. But yeah, I'll probably just buy a new one. I only paid like $1,200 for it, so it's not like it was real expensive. It just sucks because we got like little trails on my property, and we got a creek that we can drive through, and the go-kart will go through it, and the motorcycle, the four-wheelers had all kinds of problems since I bought it, so we haven't really drove it yet. Hold on. Yeah, Desiree, go ahead. Some stories for me to check into. Yeah, I'm probably going to sell my property pretty soon, Jake, but whoever ends up buying it is going to have some pretty awesome four-wheeler trails. Not four-wheeler trails, but motorcycle and go-kart trails. Because our property runs along a big-ass creek, but usually there's no water in the creek, so it's actually pretty cool. Yeah, it's going to be it's a very expensive property. What's up, Rod? That property is probably going to sell for somewhere around $200,000. Let me write these down if you're going to give me a bunch of them. Hold on. Let me get a piece of paper. Yeah, I'll tell you why here in a second, Jake. Let me write down these things. All right, I got that one. Yeah, the property has a shed, and it can fit I think a 10-car. It's a 10-car shed. Like you can put 10 cars in there, and the front part of it used to be a realtor place, like the place where they sell realtor and do different insurances. So, and that part's like the size of my house, and that's all on that property. And then it's got a trailer on it, and then another spot where you could put another trailer if you want it to. So you could put 2 trailers on that property. Just the building alone, just the building on that property is worth about $110,000 or $120,000. Just the building. So with the trailer on the property, and it's about 5.5, 6 acres. Yeah, it's gonna go for about $200,000. I could do some UFO stuff, but I don't really know how to even get started in that, Rod. You give me some ideas to get started in, and I'll talk about UFO stuff. We're gonna talk about whatever. Like, we're gonna get into like random everything. Like, our first thing we're gonna talk about is this Monday. We're gonna talk about Summer Wells. But we're gonna get in all kinds of stuff. Like, me and Desiree and my mom were talking a couple nights ago about different ones to do, and I wrote them down. Somebody brought up the Lost Lonely Boys and how one of those guys beat their wives, which we didn't have a clue about. The Van Steen murders, which I'm thinking that happened. I think they said it happened in 1990. Trayvon Martin, Casey Anthony. It'll be Monday at 8 o'clock Central Time. At night, 8 o'clock at night Central Time. But yeah, if I can figure out a way to go about doing UFO videos, I'll do it. But my internet, I'm gonna have to get a better camera. I'm gonna have to get a camera that I can turn around and you guys can look at my screen and stuff. Because if I do it on this phone, it just looks like crap. Like, the internet here sucks. So sometimes even my picture that you guys see is pixelated. What are your thoughts on Missy grooming disabled people? Who's Missy? Am I lost? Is something I should know about, Missy? 8 p.m. Central Time. That's what time we'll be on talking about Summer Wells on Monday. I thought it said Missy. Missing, grooming, disabled people. That still doesn't make, even with missing it, I don't understand what they're trying to get at. I got your Marilyn Monroe one, Desiree, if you want to give me a couple other ones to look into. And Rob, if you can give me some websites to go look at for UFO stuff, I'll do a video on that too. Really messed up. Like, what do you mean, fudge, really messed up? Is Missy what you meant to say? Jimi Hendrix and... Because we're gonna start going into a lot of stuff, like starting this next Monday. Well, this Monday coming up tomorrow. Yeah, I seen it said Missy, but I'm not understanding. I'll have to look. I just don't understand. I don't know. How do I go about checking them out, creeps? Because I'm not really for sure what they're even talking about as far as the Missy thing goes. The guy who directed Jeepers Creepers? Why? What happened with that, Desiree? See, I never even heard anything about the Missy thing. Creeps. How would I go about looking it up? Do I just put Missy grooming kids? Is that what she was doing? Because that's pretty effed up. Rabbit. I'm not really for sure what you're talking about, bud. You just said true. So I don't know what you're... Really? Like a Victor? Okay, I write down his name. Victor. Salvia. Yeah, when you were on here the other night, Desiree, you made my mom feel pretty welcome. Thank you. Because she doesn't usually sit in front of the cameras, so by you actually like talking with her throughout the video, she thought that was pretty cool. So she's kind of looking forward to doing the Summer Wells video on Monday. Okay, Missy. I'm gonna write it down. Yeah, I looked that up. Is that something that just recently happened? Drama. Yeah, she had so enjoyed that somebody was kind of like you pretty much you two agreed on pretty much everything. So she thought that was kind of cool. Okay, creeps. I got it written down right there on the bottom. Well, not on the bottom, but right there. So I'm gonna definitely look into it because I never heard of it. She actually has a channel. This lady has a channel. Is that her YouTube channel? Drama? That's crazy. And it's still up after all this? After all this stuff that's been coming out about this person? Well, I just looked it up, and there's like, it looks like there's maybe 3 videos on there. Oh no, there's a couple. There's 4 videos on there. If I went to the right one, is the place you're talking about only have 4 videos? I never even heard of it, so I'll definitely look into that. That looks like something worth talking about and getting into for sure. Creeps put, she's an older woman that gets into relationships with disabled people and she controls them. And when they finally leave, she makes up lies and tries to scare them off the internet. Also, she's a Johnny Gobble type of character. Yeah, I didn't even think about that, Desiree. Like after what you said, he is in that scene where he licks the window. Yeah, that is kind of disturbing. Now that you said that, that's yeah, that's really disturbing. Yeah, but I didn't. Jeepers Creepers to me was funny. It wasn't scary in my opinion, but that part is disturbing. Now that you said that. Yeah, I seen that she has 4 videos. I'll go check them out as soon as I get off the live. I'll probably let me stay on the live for, well, as long as you guys talk, I'll stay on the live until I decide to get off here. What's up, Coloma? Coloma? Hopefully I'm saying that right. How are you today, Coloma? My name ain't Charles. My name is Danny. My actual real name's Daniel. I don't know where you got my name's Charles. Oh, I'm going to defend her victims. Like, I'm going to make videos once I look into this, because I will. Castle, we're discussing a woman named Missy, who apparently grooms mentally disabled adults. And she has a YouTube channel called The Misfit. I'm not for sure what the last word is, but it's Pariah. I don't know anything about her, but they're telling me about her. and she seems like a weird person. I'm going to look more into her, and I will have a video about her once I figure out more of who she is. What band does he play for, Desiree, or do you know? Or does he play for a band? I'm not even going to pretend to know how to pronounce that word, but I'll write it down. How are you doing today, Castle? Blood on the dance floor? Is that like... Oh, that's the band. Okay. That's, yeah, that's kind of creepy when you say what he is, what he's done, and the name of the band is Blood on the Dance Floor? Oh, wow. Wow. That's kind of a creepy name when you see what you said the guy does. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Is Drama Rehab your YouTube that you use the most? Like, do you actually post videos about this kind of stuff? Because if you do, I'll go join you after I get off here. Let me write down that name. Because I'm going to be totally lost. I'm just going to be going in without having a clue. All right, I got your name written down. Yeah, it's scary, Castle, when you like. I'm getting ready to get involved in, like, I don't want to just do Johnny because I'm getting kind of bored of it. I'm not going to stop talking about him, but I'm getting kind of bored of it, so I want to get into a lot more other stuff. Okay, I'll let me go look you up right now. Go ahead and just bring you up on my other screen. I'm going to save this because I want to come back to it in a little bit. Yeah, save. I want to save that person's thing. Drum. I wrote it down here. Drama. Is it Drama Rehab Rewind? Because that's what come up when I put that. Oh, nope, here it is. You got 1,119 followers. And it's a picture of a girl and a boy in like a cartoon, kinda. Wow. I got it wrote down, Desiree. Like, I probably don't need any more. Don't give me any more because it's going to take a while to catch. I got like 4 or 5 over there, and you just gave me, 4 or 5 more. So it's going to take me a couple days to get all these done. So, but we will talk about some of this stuff for sure. What's up, FaZe? So should I follow Rewind also, Drama? I just followed you. Or Castle, are you talking about Johnny Gobble? Okay, I'll go ahead and follow it too, just in case there's something on there I need to watch too. Well, now it's not even popping up. Oh, there it is. All right, I'm subscribed to both of them now. Yeah, after you said, see, I didn't know anything about him being like that, Desiree, until you said it here in this video. So yeah, that whole licking the window thing, the creeper licking the window. Yeah, that's really disturbing. Like really, really disturbing. Yeah, Castle. I think Cammy said the information that she would have would be out Monday. It was either Saturday or Monday. It wasn't out yesterday, so possibly tomorrow, maybe Tuesday, we'll get the information about old Johnny Gobble and his two creeper friends, the Got You Man and Dumb Genius. Yeah, hopefully those guys get some jail time too. I won't ever watch Jeepers Creepers again after what you just said. That kind of that kind of shit makes me sick. Repsilia, is that like a YouTube name? Desiree? Are you leaving, Drama? If you are, have a good night. You leaving too, creeps? Good night. I'm wearing a Pink Floyd shirt. What's up? We're live. Say hi.
Hi.
Mom said hi.
I take it as Johnny Turkey Night.
Oh, yeah, we haven't really talked about him at all.
Oh.
They were telling me about a person named Missy, which seems like a fucking sicko. She grooms mentally ill people, and then when they get tired of her crap, she docks them and stuff on the internet and shit. And she has a YouTube channel. I was like,
I never heard of her.
Me either. First time I ever heard of her, so I'm gonna look into it once I get off my live, and then maybe I'll tell you about it if it looks interesting. But it's
never heard of her, but if she's hurting people that are disabled
yeah.
mentally or anything, that's wrong.
And Desiree gave us a couple of new things to look up, but I told her it's gonna be a few days because we already got a list. So it's gonna be.
Well, I re-went over the Black Dahlia, and like I said, I told them right. I won't go into it, but yeah, I re-went over it.
Yeah, and she said the person that made Jeepers Creepers, you watched that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is a sex offender. The guy that made the movie. And you know the part where the
For real?
Yeah, and you know the part where the Jeepers Creepers gets on the bus and licks the window. Now that I think after knowing that, it makes me sick that even was in the movie. Because there's a bunch of kids on the bus, and the freaking creature licked the window.
Almost kind of like reminds you of what Disney's doing right now, putting their perverted crap in all the cartoons and stuff.
Oh, man. Just... Alright, I gotta catch up with you guys. Sorry. I was talking to my mom. This is Pink Floyd. If you guys think Peak Floyd, because it has a flag on it, is a pride flag. That's the dumbest ass thing I ever heard. But anyways.
I don't feel so good today, son. Even standing here, I feel like I can just
jump up and down and then
pass
throw some
out.
water on your head.
I don't know what's
Did
going
you hear
on.
me? Jump up and down and throw some water on your head.
Yeah, right. Like that's gonna help.
Well, even if that comes back nothing, I think the new guy has something up his sleeve. What new guy are we talking about, Castle? I don't think Johnny's done anything today, Rabbit. So, not today. I don't think he has. But I'm going to have to go turn my air on, so give me just a second, guys. I'll be right back. It's getting hot in here. Yeah. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me still pretty good, because I turned the air on. It's a little bit loud, so I want to make sure you guys can still hear me. Okay, I'll go look him up too here in a little bit. Thank you, Rabbit. Rep Zilias YouTube. I did a video today. I don't know who's had a chance to look at it yet, but about the school shooting that happened a couple days ago and what the mother said. And that's the first video I think I've ever put out that brought some, like, it almost brought a tear. Like, I didn't quite get a tear, but it was close. The video kind of upset me. The mother, that kid's mother, something wrong with her. Okay, drama sells. I'm not just talking about him anymore. We're going to move on to other stuff. And when he does something stupid, then we'll go back to him. But, yeah, we're moving on to other stuff. We're talking about other stuff. So, I mean, hopefully you're not here to start stuff because, yeah, we're moving on to other stuff besides just him. Oh, yeah, the scooter guy. That guy is planning on going after him. There's also an older guy that apparently sent some stuff to Johnny's actual, the actual people in Johnny's town to say that Johnny's getting paid money. I can't remember the guy's name, but I did a video about him earlier, so go check it out. There's enough proof, Burger, from the stuff we do know, that there's something seriously wrong with Johnny. And that's just going with the stuff we do know, for facts. And just so you know, because I'm assuming you're coming in here as a Johnny fan, I've never one time, and everybody in here can agree with me, never one time called him the R word. Never. So, don't come in here thinking that this is like all the other channels and I agree with everything that everybody's saying. Make sure you know what you're talking about before you say something. If I think he's doing something wrong, I say it. If I think he's not in the wrong, I say it. So, I mean, don't come in here with that bullshit. You haven't been following the case, Rabbit? I don't think I'm going to look into it, Desiree. And I don't think I'll ever watch it again because it's going to probably make me mad. Like, people that do crap like that, it just makes me mad. I don't know what you're saying really to Castle. I've been talking about a lot of things, so update me on what you're talking about there. Well, I'm a reaction channel. That's what I've become now. Like a reaction and a drama channel. So I'm going to talk about him. That's just part of my channel now. And I kind of enjoy it, talking about things. So I'm not going to stop. Yeah, then don't get into it, Rabbit, because you don't want to know. It's crazy. But we're going to get into some stuff you will know. So I'm going to talk about a lot of stuff over the next couple weeks. Start getting more into, like, cold cases and stuff. Yeah. And stuff like that.
What's up? I have your live pulled up on my phone.
Brianna's in the house, guys. So with my kids in here, please don't say anything perverted because Desiree will time you out if you say one perverted thing while my daughter's in here.
Yeah, Desiree.
So
Desiree's cool.
do not say anything inappropriate or you will be timed out. She said hello.
Hi.
What's up, Ryan? How are you? Now, Castle, I'm sure you're always hearing about it. I want to travel up there this summer. Me and Brianna's going to travel up there to your town. I want to interview people in your town that aren't people that are known to the situation, just to see how many people really like or even know about Johnny in your town. "1985, is that the book that you're talking about, Jake?"
I'm just gonna say my name is my birth name is spelled Breanna.
Yeah, almost everybody spells Brianna with an I. Hers is spelled with an E. It's Breanna. What's up, Heath?
Thank you for the 7 likes.
Just the year. What happened in 1985? Because I was alive then. I just want to go interview people just to see. Cheese put he was the 8th one to like the video. She said she's sorry she spelled it wrong. I don't think she was.
What I was chewing.
I don't think she was.
It's okay.
I don't think she was getting mean. She was just telling you how she spells it. Well, I was born in '79, so figure that out. That would have been like what, 7? Yeah, 7, I think. Right? Yeah, 7. I think I was 6 or 7 in '85. So I was pretty young. So what happened in '85? Because I'll look into it. Jake, you said no way I'm 35? I'm not 35. I'm going to be 42.
I have 24 subscribers now.
Cool. She gained.
Guys, subscribe
My
to
daughter
my
gained a
YouTube
new
channel.
subscriber. She's going to put her name in the search over there. So you guys can please go subscribe to my daughter. Yeah, I think everybody's got that song stuck in their head. Cheese, the Up Church Disc song. I'll play it if you guys want me to play it. Just put a 1 in the comments and I'll go play it real quick. Royal Zombie right there. That's my daughter, and that is her YouTube name if you guys want to go join her YouTube. It's Royal Zombie with 2 E's instead of an I.
Yeah, because at the time I made this YouTube channel, I was going by the name B.
Alright, I'll play it. Let me go find it real quick, guys. She said, but we already knew you were subbed, Desiree. I think you subbed a couple days ago. I think did you put a video out today? Yeah, she put a video out about a hot dog today. What's up, Bill? Billy?
What?
This is Billy.
Oh.
My brother that passed away, his name was Billy. All right, here we go. I found it. Let's play it.
He
Here
was
we go.
pretty cool. He made DVDs for me.
Can you guys hear it?
The people in my town and Wendy's are mean.
You guys
Every
want a
time I
cookie?
walk in there, gobbling at me. And I know the fucking mayor got you to do it for free. And up church drove here all the way from Tennessee. It's early in the morning and I'm climbing a tree just to watch the police while they're driving down the street. And the neighbor called the damn 5-0 on me, cause I'm yelling so loud on my iPhone 3.
What's up, Joe?
Paintsville, Kentucky, the cops, the mayor, they're all trying to fuck me. And John Holbrook sent me along.
Go support him. If you guys want to leave the chat, go ahead.
Thank you for the 8 likes.
I do too, Desiree.
I was higher than an astronaut when I was arguing with Mike in the cot. Zach Davidson ain't a cop.
As soon as I get done with this, I'll bring it up so you guys can all hear it.
Probably cause I figured out the mystery of them. Conspiring on me with the Illuminati at the gym. I pulled up in the rodeo and acted like a bitch. And I pulled up my iPhone and I wiggled on my tits. It said, F-U, Leasburg, Kentucky. The cops, the mayor, they're all trying to fuck me. And John Holbrook gave me a long
Why from Missouri?
more for me than you're gonna have to call.
Missouri.
I'm thirsty.
Now I'm trying to take my tea.
Don't live around here.
You thought about it, didn't you?
No, you gotta drink right after I said I was thirsty.
Woo!
How rude.
Good tea.
Ain't no mayor. My 12 point is a pussy slayer. Oh, wait, no, it ain't. Hey, delete that last line. F-U, Paintsville, Kentucky. The cops, the mayor, they're up. They're up. I'm off beat. They're all trying to fuck me. It's all their fault. It's Paintsville's fault. It's Paintsville's fault. It's Paintsville's fault. The citizens and the cops. F-U, Paintsville.
Yeah, I can do without the deck burn shit. So even though it's Ryan Upchurch doing it, I don't want to hear it. Every time that guy does that, Johnny does that, it just aggravates the freaking snot out of me. Who am I looking for that's live? Am I not subscribed to Scooter? I thought I was. Oh, yep, here it is. Okay.
Wonderful. Whites of West Virginia. And saw how much of a loser scumbag Durkee was. And that's what started Scooter.
Yeah, I seen him with
So if you
Dorky.
want to thank anyone, thank your new meth friend, Durkee White Castle. And by the way, his own sister Kirk and Jesco call me weekly to check.
Yeah,
in with me.
Upchurch is a
Of course,
very
that's what family does.
awesome. He's a
And
genius
Gobbler
when he does
also
stuff,
wanted to have
cheeseburger.
that. So in true Scooter Beggins fashion.
Yeah, I did like six different videos on the Durkee stuff. So check them out.
I was busy grinding out and getting some work done around Paintsville. And you all
The song, Joe, is that what you're talking about?
Proud to meet. I present to you all Mr. Johnny Gobbler.
Gobbler's on his way to turkey and chicken eggs.
IKI, Gobbler's sperm donor. IKI, Mr. Jesse Fanny.
I'm a fan of Upchurch, but my kids don't. They like some of his songs.
Of course, his name is Fanny, and he loves 6 packs of beer. So
I'm gonna
let's
turn this down a
check
little
out
bit.
here.
How they make the tape juicer.
I think I could snap that Durkee dude over my knee. He doesn't look like he act like in his video the other day when he was with Johnny. He acted like he was like this big badass, and I was like, dude, you're would be an easy fight,
What about Merle? No, Linda. She's a hottie, ain't she?
She's a hottie, ain't she?
Oh, you know talking about woman?
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch this, guys. We'll just talk. If you guys want to go to Durkee's or Scooter Beggins, yeah. If you guys want to go to Scooter Beggins live, go ahead. That's cool if you leave this live to go to that one. I'm just gonna talk like we were. Go back to just talking.
How do you guys like my new hair color?
Move up there so they can see it a little bit.
See,
Brianna
it's red.
dyed her hair red.
Yeah.
And I only have just a little bit of ink left from it right there from when I dyed her hair. But most of it's gone. Like
My fingernails, there's still hair dye
And
stuff stuck in there.
and she got most of it off her neck because I got it all over. Like it was all over her neck, on her ears, on her forehead. Like I probably am not the best person to dye my kids' hair.
I'm only allowed to dye mine in the summer. Now my hair's all frizzy. And
Yeah, cheeseburger. I only allow her to do it in the summer, and she has to get the one that washes out within like 20 washes. So it'll be back to her normal color before school starts. Once she turns 18, she can do whatever she wants with her hair. But until then, it's my choice.
my hair color's red.
Desiree said she loves it.
Oh, thank you, Desiree.
It's red. Move up here so they ask what color. It's like a red color.
Yeah.
I'm doing good, Ryan. How are you? We went to the car show yesterday. I posted a bunch of videos of the car show, and I got about 25 more I can post tomorrow. But I got my limit on videos today, so I can't post any more videos. I can just go live.
Thank you for the 9 likes.
Bill said that's cool, a cool color.
Oh, thank
Billy said that's a cool color. Sorry. So what's everybody want to talk about? We don't have to talk about Johnny. We can talk about whatever in these videos. I go live and we just whatever we want to talk about. Like, I don't think we really talked about Johnny much in this live anyway. We were talking about Missy, which is weird, and then Desiree gave me a bunch of people to check into for some videos. I'm glad everything's going fine. I don't think we should take our guns away from people. Like citizens that are not doing anything wrong shouldn't lose their guns. I just don't agree with that at all. But I think the rules should be stricter. Like in order to get a gun, the rules should be stricter. Maybe move the age limit to you can't have a gun until you're 21. Because most of these kids are getting guns as soon as they turn 18. Maybe change that to 21. Yeah, I heard all about Josh Duggar. I remember that story where he was to one of his sisters. That's pretty sick. I don't know if more cops is going to make it better, but it sure wouldn't hurt in some of these bigger cities. Like in the town I live in, we haven't had a cop in what?
A while.
5 years? There hasn't been a cop that's been in this town for 5 years. No cops. Josh Duggar got 12 years? Is that what you're saying, Billy? We're going to talk about the Gabby Petito case next week.
Can I tell them about the new phone you gave me?
Yep, go ahead.
So, Dad gave me one of his old phones, which has a crack right here.
It's not a crack. It's just it got heated and the plastic that holds it down come off.
Oh yeah. But it can hold a lot more space than my other phone. So.
She's pretty excited about it.
Yeah. I can make longer videos now.
Yeah, Jeep, I think there definitely should be a mental background check for sure. And maybe every 2 years, if you own a gun, you should have to go in and do another check-in, like go in and re-register your guns every 2 years, so that they know you haven't changed your lifetime, like you haven't changed who you are in the last 2 years. That might help too. And a lot of people are saying that we should have guns, like every teacher should have a gun in the school. Now, I don't agree with that, but let me explain before somebody says something. I don't agree every teacher should have a gun in the school, because that just seems kind of dangerous. Like if a teacher's carrying a gun on their side, kids can still get a hold of them somehow from the teacher. But I think the teachers should all have guns in locked boxes in every classroom. That way, if they do hear a gunman outside of their room, they can open up that freaking lockbox and pull the gun out and defend their kids. But what do you guys think? Billy, I'm not for sure what you mean by what's stupid. I don't know if I get people want to do active shooter drills with kids at school, but do you really want the kids to be scared that there's going to be possibly an active shooter coming to their school? But if you do drills like that, yes, it's probably going to help, but it's also going to petrify kids thinking that their school's going to get shot up. So, I mean, I don't know what I think about that, Desiree. One thing that I've always thought, guys, and this is just my opinion, but tell me what you guys think. There's a lot of veterans, people that have been in the Army, that have no jobs, can't get a job. Those men and women would be honored to work at schools as guards. Take those men and women that have been trained, put them as guards at schools. Give them, you don't even have to give them minimum wage. They'll probably be happy just to have a job. What do you guys think?
I think it would be
Well,
nice.
I don't think you could do one entrance at a school, because there's so many different things that go on at schools. So you have to have multiple entrances. But there should be something at every entrance at all times.
Every
Entrance. Well, if nobody joined the military, we'd be in a lot of trouble if something happened here. Just saying. Hold on, I just jumped all the way down. I was reading and then it jumped. They defend schools with Uzis in Israel. Guess what? No shootings in Israel. Like, if there was more guns in schools, like teachers and people had more guns, I think there'd be a lot less shootings. For sure. I never said more cops at school would be stupid, but you have to think most police stations can't give a cop to the school every day, all day, because most police stations don't have, like, in small towns that's not going to work. Like, most small towns have like 5 or 6 cops. You put one of those cops in a school. I think you should put past military people in schools as like guards, like cops. That's just how I feel. raising your kids good doesn't mean that your kid ain't gonna do something wrong. I'm sorry that I get what you're saying, that we should raise our kids better, and you're 100% right, Clint, but that doesn't mean your kid's gonna be this great kid when it gets older.
One day.
What? If you're gonna sit here and call me out when I say something wrong, you can go. Yeah. That's cool, Ryan. You can go wherever you want. I don't talk to Shane, and I said I wouldn't talk about him anymore, so being true to my word, I won't. So. Like I'm falling behind. I don't know where my last message was, so. Canes, that's a good idea with military police officers, but some schools can't afford to have them at every entrance. So I think there should be key cards at every entrance from the inside, not from the outside. So the only way you can get out of the building or let somebody in the building is through a key card, and there should be only 1 or 2 people that can let you in the building that work there. That's it, 1 or 2 people. And only a key card, you go and click the key card to let somebody in. That's the only way people could get in. Yeah, I think if everybody went with constitutional carry, like West Virginia Jeep, I think that would bring a lot of shit down, because nobody knows who's carrying a gun and who's not carrying a gun. Everything that's going on right now, Cheeseburger, is trying to divide the country. Everything that's happening right now is to try to divide the country, to try to make us all hate each other. That's the crazy thing. Conspiracy theories are starting to turn out to be true, which is crazy. Yeah, former military police should be allowed to work at schools. Anybody from the military should be allowed to work at the school. I think that would be a great idea. Then you don't take away from the cops in your city. Yeah, Clint, I agree 100%. If you think everybody has a gun, you're not going to do so many stupid things. 100% divide and conquer, and it's definitely working. 100% it's working. The last couple of shootings, Desiree, the cops stood outside while it was happening. The last couple of them. The last 3 or 4. The kid that freaking his mother and father are also being tried in the case. That shooting, they stayed out there for 20 minutes before they went in. This one, I think it was like 40-something minutes. That's crazy. If you're a cop, go straight in. That's your damn job. Go defend the people, or your ass should be fired. All them cops that were there, that stood outside that building for like 40 minutes, should all be fired. I don't have anything against cops. I'm all for cops. But all them cops should be fired. Billy, for sure, they 100% want us all to hate each other. And they're starting to get that way with everybody. That's why when people come in on my channel, I don't care if you're a Johnny fan or not a Johnny fan, because a lot of people come for that reason. I'll try to be cool with everybody. That's just what makes, I try to keep my channel pretty good, and me and Desiree, we're not going to block anybody unless they really need blocked. We'll just time people out. But, yeah, come in and be cool. We'll talk about whatever. Yeah, I agree. We do need to do something instead of just letting. What's up, Red? We're talking about the gun shooting that took place a couple days ago, and what we feel like should happen in schools to protect the kids. I know you did. I think you did a live on this a couple days ago. I hadn't had a chance to look at it yet, but I'm pretty sure you did. Yeah, I think everybody sees it, Clint. It's just every day life gets a little bit more scary because we're letting it happen. Sorry. We're letting our government take over us and not even trying to stop it. Nobody's trying to stop it. It's the government's supposed to listen to us. We're not supposed to listen to them. But that's not what's happening. Yeah, all them cops should be fired, Desiree. I agree, 100%. How can those people go home and sleep knowing that they stood out there and 21 people died because of that? 21 people died because they stood out there and did nothing. 19 kids lost their life that day. 19 of them. 10 years and under. What in the hell is wrong with people nowadays? Yeah, Clint, I agree. They shouldn't be allowed to be cops ever again if they get fired from that for that reason. Yeah, and they're corralling us all together against each other. I agree. We're not sheep, we're cattle. We're getting corralled in against each other. I'm pretty sure kids died. There's parents that have come out and talked about it. So in this one, I'm pretty sure. Even if there would have been just the same amount of deaths, it's still their damn job to go in and take care of it. Them cops should have did something. There would have probably been one more death. It would have been that kid. But big deal in my opinion. I don't really care. I don't feel sorry for him if it was to happen. Like, I did a video on this you guys have to check out after you get off here. This kid's mother is, well, she's a weirdo. She might be the next parent to go on trial for something like this. See you later, Cheeseburger. Have a good night.
Bye, Cheeseburger.
If you're afraid to do your job just because of what happened to George Floyd, shouldn't be a cop. Don't be a cop. If you're afraid to do your job, don't be a cop. I don't give a crap about the George Floyd crap. If them cops are working as cops and they're supposed to defend me and you and my kids, and they can't do that because they're scared of what happened with the George Floyd stuff, they don't need to be cops. Fire them. Yeah, I heard something about a dad went in there and got his wife and kids. Like, I'm 100% behind cops. I think we should have cops. 100% we should have cops. But if they're not doing their job, they need to be fired. Are you still here, Rod? Yeah, I am now, but we got the count up in here. More ears, more month.
Thank you for the 12 likes.
Yeah, I'm sure it is part of the reason, Canes, but I'm sorry if that's the reason you didn't go in and help these 21 people that got killed. You should be fired. All them cops that were there should have been fired. They still should be fired. If I was the parents, I would sue the police department. I would sue the police department. Well, I'm just wanted to know, am I a huge fan of yours? What do you mean, Ryan?
I can get people to play.
Okay, I'm going to read what Desiree said. It says, I just want to know how it is when a cop's life is in danger, they can shoot you on the spot. But when it comes to kids in a school getting killed, they just sit around and do nothing. There you go. There you go. When it's their life, they defend themselves, but when it's somebody else's life, they don't give a shit. Especially kids. We have a damn sticker on a window at schools that say gun-free zone. And that's supposed to scare people away. That should piss off parents that nothing's being done. Like my daughter's school, you got a cop that's in your school all day, don't you?
No.
You don't.
They come there every once in a while.
See, they don't even have, like my daughter's school, the cop's only there sometimes. My son's school, they actually have a dare cop, and he's there almost every day. But almost every day means sometimes he's not there. There should be somebody there all the time. I agree with you, Kane. I wasn't trying to be an ass. Hopefully you didn't take it that way.
I can use it with an email.
Well, I'm glad you like it, Ryan. Someone needs to be by the door all the time. I agree, Billy. Like, there's people that you could pay minimum wage because some people just need a job. You can pay them minimum wage to stand at the door all day long. At every door in the school. Schools can afford that to get paid through the government, so they can freaking afford to have a person stand at every door in every school with guns that make sure they go through the gun safety and everything. I agree 100%. I agree with you 100% on that, Billy. 100% I agree. And then at the end of the day, check their guns in at the office and then pick them up the next day when they come to work. I would not be telling that bro. Yep, no problem, Ryan. Are you telling him not to say he backs the blue 100%? Is that what you're saying he shouldn't say? I did what's your bag number? What's a bag number? Am I lost? Did I miss something up here?
Probably.
Probably, yeah. The chat's going pretty quick tonight. So I probably missed something. What do you guys... Yeah, I'm lost too on whatever they're talking about with the bag number. Yeah, that lost me. I'm lost. If I was a cop, I couldn't live with myself. I went to a school and there was a shooting going on and did nothing about it. Yeah, for the rest of their lives, them cops that were standing out there doing nothing have 21 people's lives on their hands. I agree with Kane. I stand 100% behind the blue. If that makes you not like me, I mean, the door's over there. Let it hit you on the way out. But the cops need to be trained a lot better, for sure. For sure. And if they're not doing their job right, they should be fired. But I 100% stand behind the blue. I don't like that blue stripe that's on the flag. That pisses me off. But I stand behind the blue 100%. Yeah, nobody should ever hurt a kid, Clint, at all. Know that there's not a cop at your kid's school. What do you mean, Clint? Both of my kids have cops that are in their school most of the time. Are you saying Kane has to be a cop? So you want his badge number? There should be cops. There should be some form of something, somebody holding a gun or something at every school. I agree 100% with that, Kane. Canes. But there's not. And multiple schools across the United States. I agree, Clint. I'm 100% behind cops that are for the people, not against the people. And my daughter is still here, even though you're only seeing her shoulder.
Yeah, hello. Probably gonna go to bed soon.
Nope.
Oh.
You got 11 minutes.
Oh. That's still soon.
I got some of the cops that are around the town that I'm usually in, Cuba. I'm usually in Cuba quite often. A couple of those cops that are there, I went to school with. Pretty good guys. Yeah, I agree, Bill. They got to be good cops. And my kids' schools, Clint, they're not resource officers. Or who said that? I guess in my son's school, it's resource officers. That's what his mom just said. A bumblebee is my son's mom. She said in the Cuba school, it's resource officers. So they're not actually cops. Resource officer is still a cop, right? What's up, DJ?
Hey, Donna.
Brianna said, hey, Donna. Hi, Danny. I just joined. How are you tonight? I like your new haircut, man. It must be much more comfortable in this heat when it's 100% more comfortable in the heat, DJ. Tonight we're talking about there not being enough gun safety at schools to keep these shootings from happening. Still down. Who's all here still? My internet went down.
Bye, guys.
Brianna's going to bed.
Yeah.
If you guys Anybody still here? My internet went down. Press 1 if you're still here. All right, Desiree. I don't know what happened. Around 9 or 10 o'clock every single night, my stupid internet goes down here. Can you guys see me clearly, or is it messing up too? What's up, Jonathan? My internet sucks, guys. I'm sorry. So you might not be seeing me that clear, and it might not have came completely back up yet. So I'm not really for sure if it's going to. Yep. I don't know if that's. Are you John Holbrook, the cop from Paintsville? Okay, I'm glad you guys can see me. So John's actually a cop. I'm pretty sure that's the guy from Paintsville that has to deal with dumbass Johnny Gobble. John, do you think there should be cops at every school across the United States? Thanks, James. What's up?
I gotta find something to eat. I just wanted to see what you guys were chatting about.
The killings of the 21 people in Texas.
Oh, them little babies.
Yep. And how that we think different ways of gun safety for schools. That's what we're talking about.
I say put a guard there and quit sending our money overseas. Send it to, like you and I talked about, give it to our military who will stand there and guard our kids during the day. Pay them.
Yep, I agree.
Our kids are important. What? Oh, that just gives me cold chills.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
God bless them families.
Yeah. 22 families destroyed in one day.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Because there was 21 people that got killed.
It happens in the world every day.
But
probably
it shouldn't.
22.
It shouldn't.
But to go into a specific spot and kill children, or even to go into a place where people are hanging out at a concert, which has happened,
yeah,
and just start blowing people away. Come on now.
It happens all the time, but it shouldn't.
The devil's
It shouldn't.
ruling.
Yeah, it shouldn't happen.
I don't know if you guys are religious or not, but keep that faith.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the real John Holbrook that's on here, guys. I'm pretty sure that's the real one.
Huh?
The guy that Johnny Gobble's, the cop that Johnny Gobble's been going after.
Uh-huh.
He's been an asshole to. He's in my live right now.
Oh, well, thank you for your service to all of us. I appreciate you and all your partners and all the officers and firemen and everybody. You guys are wonderful. You try to protect us, and I appreciate you.
And DJ said, hi, Danny's mom.
Hi, DJ. But yeah, I appreciate all people who work for the rest of us. You know, they can't.
And Donna said hi.
Hi, Donna. They can't be at every person's house for every itty bitty thing, but for the most part, you know, you guys, they give us service.
And Desiree said hi.
And we just.
You're starting to get a fan base.
Hi, Desiree.
Everybody's starting to get to know you.
And we just don't give those people enough credit and
Something like
praise.
that. Well, no. You guys want to see Cola? Come here, Cola.
That's my baby boy.
Say hi to everybody, Cola. He's like, is that thing looking at me?
Yeah,
There's another dog in there. I see him.
Yeah.
Do you see that? That's a dog in there. He's looking at you. He's like, I don't care. Just pet me.
Yeah. That's funny.
Donna put she misses Cola.
You know what, Donna? I miss you too, and I'm sure Cola misses you.
John, which is the cop, put, in my opinion, I believe we should have a few trained people in every school. It could be former military or LEOSs, which I'm not for sure what that means. But
I agree with you. Absolutely,
I agree. Military,
100%.
former military people should be the people guarding our schools. 100%.
Absolutely, I agree. We got cameras everywhere. I mean, you can't go anywhere that somebody don't have a camera on you because you might say the wrong thing.
Mom, sit down and talk with everybody.
But
you're talking. You might as well sit down and talk.
I gotta eat.
Go eat, and I might still be live.
But
Mom might come back and join us here in a little bit, guys. She's got.
I just want the officer to know that I appreciate what you do for us. You putting your life on the line every day.
Oh, I see you. We're not putting you down yet.
I'm grateful, and thank you so much.
Yeah, she'll probably come back in a little bit after she's done eating.
Come on, Cola.
I got him. He's fine.
You sure?
Yeah, I'll let him out when he gets tired of being up here. All right, come here. You gotta hold him like a little baby, guys. And then if you stop petting him, he'll slap you. I mean, for real. Watch. I'm gonna stop petting him. Watch. Is he gonna do it? See? He's like, he'll slap at your face. He's like, pet me. Pet me. Mom will be probably back after she's done eating, guys. She has to get something to eat. Well, if you're going to do with just anybody, Clinton, they're going to have to go, I think they should have to go through some kind of training in order to do it. Like me going and working at the school and holding a gun at the door, you shouldn't just let anybody do it. There should be some kind of training that you have to go through in order to do it. With military people, they've already had that training. Cops have already had that training. That's just why I'm saying that. But I guess if you're going to have regular people go do it, they should have to go through the training also. I don't care as long as they're protecting the kids who it is. I got blurry there for a minute. Yeah, I don't care who does it, who's protecting the kids, as long as there's somebody there to protect the kids. And they have the training to be doing so. What? Everybody can see you still. He looked over there like, are they still watching me? Are they still watching you? You're going to fall asleep, aren't you? I agree, Clint. I'm not saying that shouldn't be the thing. Anybody. As long as they go through the proper training, I'm cool with it. As long as there's somebody protecting my kids and not some cops that are going to stand out there for 40 minutes waiting for something to happen. Yeah, Cola's just laying here falling asleep, Desiree. Like, as long as I pet him, he'll lay here and fall asleep. Yeah, that Holbrook guy's dealing with Johnny Gobble. That's got to be annoying as hell. Yes, his name is Cola, like Coca-Cola. And I named my cat, because my mom already had Cola. And then I got a cat like 3 months after my mom got Cola. I got a cat, and I was trying to figure out what I wanted to name it. And I named my cat Pepsi. So the dog's name's Cola, and my cat's name's Pepsi. He is. Mom, how old is Cola? 5. And what kind of dog is he? He's a Shih Tzu Terrier. Yeah, I don't give a crap who's defending my kids, as long as there's somebody defending my damn kids. And my kids go to totally 2 different schools, so I want both schools to be protected. My daughter goes to Bourbon School, and my son goes to Cuba School. I damn well want freaking people to be protecting my damn kids. I agree. There's a lot of people that would want that job to defend the schools, Clint. What? Are you just gonna fall asleep? You're just gonna fall asleep, aren't you? Yeah, I wasn't for sure what he said sorry about either, John. Jonathan. I got a couple family members in law enforcement, but I don't talk to any of my family anymore. I'm pretty sure if John didn't want you to message him, he'd probably tell you. See, that would be another good idea, DJ, police dogs that can sniff out guns, but it's not that hard to shoot a dog. And so I think they need a little bit more than just that. I'm sure with this crap with this moron, Johnny Gobble, you get a lot of messages, John. What? You gonna fall asleep? I'm gonna sit here and pet his stomach till my hand hurts, and then I'm gonna have to let him up because he'll lay here all day and let you pet him. What's up, your boy Blue? How's your night going? We're talking about gun safety in schools right now. What do you think about the school shooting, Blue? The dumbass like gobbler. Oh, shit, that's funny. Yeah, but it's probably hard for you to look over him, ain't it, John? With every day, it's something else with this dumbass. That's what he is. Every day. Like, okay, I'm gonna let Cole out, so I'll be right back, guys. Let him out of my room. There you go. Come on, go. Right here. Come on. He'll sit there all night if I let him, and my hand was starting to get tired. I was like, okay, it's time for you to go out for a little bit. I don't think it was John that called him a moron. I think it was a different cop that called him a moron. I don't know, John, or Blue. I don't know if here's the reason why I agree with you, but I don't agree with you. But hear me out before you say anything. But hear me out what I think they should do, and I agree with you, but in a little bit different way. Like, I think teachers should definitely be able to bring guns to school. I don't think they should be able to carry them in school, because it's not that hard for some kids to just pull the gun out of the teacher's. If the teacher's carrying it, they pull the gun out, and then we got a lot more problems because there's more guns in schools. Kids can get the guns from the teachers. What I think is the teachers should have a lockbox in their room, like maybe mounted on the wall with the gun in it, and then if a gunman comes into school, the teacher can unlock the lockbox and pull the gun out. That way the kids can't get to the gun unless they have the key to open it. That's how I think. If a teacher's carrying a gun, sometimes kids could grab that. But that's how I agree with you 100%. The teacher should have some form of gun in their room, but in a lockbox, maybe mounted on the wall. That's just what I think. Yeah, I don't think I agree, Blue. They shouldn't carry them on their person, because I think there'd be a lot more school shootings if that was the case. But yeah, if a teacher could pass the carrying laws, and they should be allowed to bring them to school. I just recently started watching your videos, Blue. They're pretty entertaining, man. Everybody's been talking about you for months, and I just recently started watching your videos. Keep it up. I enjoy your videos, man. We're kind of going to bring my channel, for you, since there's a lot more people here right now, to doing different things. Like talking about, yes, we're going to still keep talking about stupid ass, but we're going to talk about other stuff too. What do you mean by that, Jonathan? John, you don't agree that they should have lock boxes with guns in them? Like if they pass the test? What would you do, John, if it was your choice, besides just military and cops being there? Because I don't think that's going to stop everything, but it would slow them down a lot. Yeah, they should definitely have some kind of mental evaluation. I agree 100% with what you just said, Blue. Like, nobody should be allowed to have a gun unless they can prove they deserve and won't do something stupid with it. Yeah, what else do you think they would need to go through, John? I'm sure I've never been shot at. Well, I had a back window blew out on me by a gun once when I was a young, stupid kid. But to actually have somebody stand in front of you shooting at you, I've never had that done. And I imagine it's a pretty scary thing. Like, I don't know. So yeah, a person standing in front of you shooting at you would probably be a whole nother circumstance. Like, Yeah, there's so many things that could go wrong no matter what situation you put it in, which is kind of crazy. If you're leaving, Blue, have a good night, man. Yeah, there's so many I don't know. It's just there's way too many kids dying because of these kind of shootings, and taking guns away from people ain't gonna solve the problem. A criminal's still gonna get a gun. Have a good night, Blue. Yeah, luckily, Canes, I've never, like I said, I was a stupid kid, and we were running from some people that we stole some stuff from, and they shot the back window of the car out. That's the closest I come to being shot at. But yeah, being held at gunpoint in a grocery store probably pretty scary also. I don't think, no matter what we all think, as far as school shootings, there's never going to be a 100% correct answer to it. Like none of us are ever going to agree 100% with the answer. But having armed people at the school doors in every school, even if you pay a minimum wage, would definitely slow it down a lot. Don't take this wrong, John, and hopefully you don't, but what the heck is a Leos? Like, I guess I don't understand what that is. Is that like a training officer or something at a school? Yeah, that's the thing, Rollins. Nothing's ever going to change as far as evilness, for sure. Okay, law enforcement officer. Okay, I just maybe I never heard of it called the Leo. So my bad, man. Sorry. I never heard it called that before. So yeah, I think of law enforcement officers, but in some towns you ain't going to be able to do that unless you're going to train new ones to come in just for the schools. Because like my daughter's town, where my daughter goes to school, there's only like 4 cops in that town. You take one of those cops away from them all the time, they only have 3 cops. That could hurt the town a lot. So they would definitely need to train more officers to work at schools if they're going to do that. In some schools, some towns probably can't afford that. But like I said, there's no correct answer. Like, no matter if we did that in every school, I think it would slow it down, like John said. I think it would slow down things a lot. But I don't know. I just don't know. It's sad. It's sad that it keeps happening. See, that makes more sense, John, because most schools are ran by the government, so the school could pay the police officer's salary. Okay, that I could. Now I'm 100% behind what you're saying. Like, because the government would pay that through the school. All right, guys. What do you guys want to talk about? If we don't have anything else to talk about, I'm gonna go. What's up, Desiree? Throw something out. Throw something out there for us to talk about. I'm not ready to go. I think we've kind of talked about this thing for a little while, so let's switch to something different. You really want to get into that? I don't know much about Marilyn Monroe's conspiracy theories. Like, I'd have to look into it. Yeah, I seen it was live, and I turned it on for a little bit earlier during my live, but I'll have to watch it later. Maybe tomorrow. I probably won't watch it tonight. I think she was killed by the Kennedys also, but what do you think? I watched Top Gun 2 Mavericks. It was a great movie. Yeah, Top Guns is definitely an awesome movie, for sure. So John's going the same route as the rest of us. Like, everybody's thinking about doing true crime and conspiracy theory YouTube channels. Like, me and my mom's gonna do a video Monday about Summer Wells. So, and we're gonna start doing a video once a week about some case. And then once I get a better camera, I'm gonna start bringing people in to talk. Like, Desiree's gonna probably end up coming in and talking on my live sometimes. Mike Hatred said he would. Cammy did. Maybe I can get John to come in on some of the lives once I start doing that. Yeah, I'm going to have to look more into it. But the Kennedys probably for sure had something to do with Marilyn Monroe's death, for sure. I'm sure you do, John. I'm sure you got all kinds of good stuff to talk about. Plus, it'll be interesting. Is your YouTube channel your name, or are you going to make a different one? Yeah, she was definitely doing some sketchy things that would put her in a bad position for sure. Desiree, 100%. Okay, I'll write it down and I'll join your YouTube after I get off here. Because I don't want to miss it when you do that. I like stuff like that. I was watching a documentary on cluster last night. What's cluster? Some people like Kane. I agree. The schools are starting to get rid of our history, so people need to do more history. I'm not going to get into history because I'm going to get into other stuff. But yeah, definitely, schools need to get more into teaching kids the real history, not this made-up history that they keep making up. Yeah, Kurt Cobain had, like, that man, his story is crazy. Like, I have to read into it again and get it all back in my mind. But Kurt Cobain had a weird, like, a weird story behind his whole deal. Gas prices suck. I don't, like, when I tell people our gas prices, they're like, oh, your gas prices ain't that bad. But here it's bad. Like, right now we're paying $4.09. Most places are higher than we are. But still, $4.09 sucks. Sucks. How much is it where you all live? Oh, okay. I got you now, Canes. My dad was big into like battles like that. He always went to Civil War battlefields and metal detect and look for bullets and stuff. See, 429. That's ours is 409, and it still sucks. Yeah, 429, 470, 425. Yeah, so almost like I said, everybody's gas prices are a little higher than ours. And I get it that everybody's like, oh, that's not that bad. 409 is still bad. Nobody's gas prices should be over $4. Nobody's. And everybody, I think it's the first time in U.S. history that gas prices have been over $4 in every state. No states are under $4 right now. Not one single one. Every state is over $4. Gas shouldn't be over $2, in my opinion. There's enough gas in this world that gas prices shouldn't be over $2. What do you think about it, John? Jonathan, sorry. I think Kurt Cobain was murdered because... Yeah, they said that Kurt Cobain had so much... Like, I'll tell you guys a story after I talk about this. Kurt Cobain had so much drugs in his system that it was almost impossible that he could have picked up the gun and shot himself. Who was the girl he was with at the time? I can't think of her name. But that girl, I've always thought maybe she's the one that pulled it. Courtney Love. Yeah, I've always thought maybe she was the one that pulled the trigger. Because that girl was never the same after Kurt Cobain died. Never the same after that. What's going with inflation? Plug said he's definitely may look at some conspiracies along different a lot. Yeah, a lot different. Okay, I got you. Yeah, possibly. I'm gonna have to go turn my air off. I gotta use the bathroom, guys. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Desiree, I'd almost go to that point also. I think Lee Harvey Oswald was one of the shooters, but not the only shooter. He was one of them. And he took the full blame. And if you look into his history, look into his family's history, his family got a lot of money after he died. So I think he took the full blame as long as the government took care of his family from that point on. But I think there was two shooters. Definitely two different angles that the shootings happened. Like, he was shot in the head, but also one of the officers, I think, got shot in the arm or something from a totally different angle from where the first shot come from. So there was at least two people that were there when that shooting happened. A blue smiley face, huh, Donna? But what do you guys think? Oh, poor baby. I don't know much about Jimi Hendrix. I know who he is and that he's a singer, but his story I don't know much about. Yeah, most people think there were at least two shooters. There was Canes, there was at least two shots, and they come from totally two different angles. They never tell you which shot come from where, and they all say both shots come from the same gun, which is bullshit. Because one shot, like let's say this is his car, one shot came this way, and the other shot come from over here this way. So it was definitely two shots, and from two totally different angles. Well, if you stay out in the sun in the pool all day, that happens. Yeah, I remember hearing that the shotgun that he used, the shells jammed quite often in that gun, but it still shot. It shot that day. Was he the one that shot it? We'll probably never know. It could have been totally two different people that we still to this day don't know who they were, and he just took the blame. Yes, he got shot in the head from the front. But a bullet, there was 2 bullets, one from 2 different angles. One of the bullets hit one of the Secret Service people, like in the arm or something, or grazed across the arm or something. But from a different angle. Yep.
Okay, I'll be back.
Well, now we're on something that you'll probably know. You'll know more about than I know. Mom's gonna come join us. Let me get you a pillow.
For a few minutes. Because I'm not the smartest cookie in the batch.
Donna said, "Yay, Anna's here." Okay, so we're talking about Lee Harvey Oswald. Oswald, yeah. And I was telling him about that there was 2 bullets that came from 2 different angles, because they were asking if I thought he was the only shooter, and I said no, there was definitely 2 shooters.
Yeah, there was.
And that one of the bullets hit the president, but the other bullet either hit the Secret Service person in the arm or grazed his arm. The other bullet.
You know, I think if I'm not mistaken now, I'm not perfect, guys, but thinking back in my own memory, I thought it was somebody else in the car who got grazed by the bullet.
I thought it was a Secret Service person.
That hit JFK.
Yeah.
Is what I'm thinking. Now, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right on that. Now, when he was in the depository, there's no way he could have double fired. And think about it. There's no way he could have double fired and both of them come from different angles. The only way that's possible, and it's possible, is if he ran to another room.
Yeah, but
But
he had
to have consecutive shots, like boom, boom,
but the angles were
completely
100 yards from each other from where
Yes.
both angles came
Yes.
from. So there's no way he could have shot them bullets that close together from 2 different angles that are 100 yards from each other, even if he ran. There's no way he could have done it that quick. Because they happened at the same time, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah. They were consecutive. Boom, boom. So he would have had to double shot his own gun. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it was a single load gun that he used.
Yeah, and it jammed after the
So,
first
yeah.
bullet.
My honest opinion is, I think he was there too.
I was
To
telling
be a patsy.
that's
the only way I can put it.
That's what
I think he was a patsy. He fired his own gun,
that's what I was telling him.
so it looked like he did it. But actually, the person in the other building or behind the trees or whatever they said the bullet came from, I think it was somewhere behind trees. I think that's the guilty party.
I don't think he even did. I don't think he even did it. I don't think he shot the bullet at all.
I think he did.
I think 2 people.
So it looked like he did it because I think his family, and we're not going to know the truth until the government
know the
lets
truth.
it out.
Because you're about to say what I've already told these guys, that
I think the government paid off his family.
Once he took the blame, and if you look back in the records, and you can look it up, his family got a lot of freaking money after he died.
Yes.
Which means the government had to have paid his family off for him taking the blame for it.
I think the president after him was Johnson.
I don't remember.
I mean, this went on when I was 3 years old. So, yeah, kind of remembering from memory,
Desiree said, I know I seen a video where one person talked about one bullet missed and ricocheted off the pavement. So I think it did hit.
Yes.
I think you're wrong a little bit on it. I think it actually did hit, like, grazed the shoulder of one of the Secret Service officers.
Yes.
And it probably bounced off the pavement when that happened. The Secret Service officer might have been in the car, like Mom said, but I'm pretty sure that one of the bullets, like, went across the arm or something of one of the Secret Service officers, and that probably did bounce off the pavement.
But you know, there's so many stories out there, you guys, about it. The only ones that truly know the truth is the government.
Keynes, you're right. The bullet, but they're saying, if you look in the history of it, the gun that he shot with jammed right after the first bullet, because all the bullets were still in the gun.
Mm-hmm.
So he only shot one bullet, but 2 bullets were shot. But if you hear the history of the government, only 1 bullet was shot. But they proved that 2 bullets had been shot when that happened.
Have you guys ever watched Conspiracy Theory? If I'm not mistaken, in one of his shows, he did a reconstruction.
Okay, you're probably right, Roland. Roland said the guy was in front of JFK and he was a politician also. I knew somebody got hit in the arm.
Yes.
I thought it was a Secret Service officer, but maybe it was another politician. Somebody got, like, it grazed their arm, or they actually got shot in the arm. But I knew there was another person that got hit.
Well, even like I was saying, the conspiracy theory on the remake of the shooting of JFK proves.
Lyndon Johnson took over after JFK.
Okay, I thought it was Johnson. But, the reconstruction, like I was saying, of it, there's just, they show a dummy in a car and everything else, you know. You can probably look it up somewhere on YouTube or even online, Google it. But the reconstruction of it proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that there's no way that Lee Harvey Oswald did it. He shot,
he definitely,
but he did not.
He definitely shot a bullet out of that gun. But the gun was still, every bullet that could be put in that gun was still in that gun except one in his gun. And they proved that 2 bullets were shot that day.
Yes.
So he only shot 1 bullet.
Yes.
And they proved that his gun jammed after he shot the first bullet. But
it's actually, the reason why it happened is because, and I don't know if most people know it, but Johnson wanted to be president, and I believe he was behind it.
Yeah, but freaking JFK
That's just my belief.
One of the best presidents of that time.
But he wanted to be president so bad. I think he off JFK.
Desiree put, I agree. I don't think Oswald was the only shooter because there's no way. I don't think he could fire all them shots so close together. You're
absolutely right. He only shot.
He only shot 1 bullet, and they proved he only shot 1 bullet.
Only 1 came from the depository. The rest of them came from somewhere on the ground level. And I do believe you're right, Desiree, on there was a couple of different shots, but they all came from the ground level.
I think there was only 2 shots. And there might have been a shot from one of the... I've heard that maybe
from the servicemen or something.
I don't know.
Shooting.
I think there was only 2 shots. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure there was only 2 shots.
I'm thinking.
Well, shit. I just dropped that.
Maybe a couple of more, but
like I'd have to look back into it. Like maybe one of the the Secret Service people might have shot a gun that day, but I think there was only 2 shots.
Well, 2 main shots.
Yeah, the 2 shots that were supposed to do what they did.
So, and 1 missed and 1 hit pretty much dead on.
Yeah.
So, and they proved that the one that came from the depository, which was where Lee Harvey Oswald was, did not hit the president. It did not. There's no possible way in this world that it hit him. So, my honest opinion is
He took the blame.
he took the blame and he got paid a lot of money to his family for doing it. And something wrong with people who are so greedy and want somebody's position so bad that they would actually kill them. That's just horrible.
I'll read what you said in a minute, Desiree. I don't want to switch the subject just yet, but this is something she put on this subject. She put, I agree. I think Johnson wanted JFK killed because he wanted to be sworn in before leaving Texas.
Yes, I agree with you. Absolutely. He wanted to be president so bad.
And the people were behind JFK, so it pissed the government off.
Yes.
Also.
Yes. JFK, I can remember as a child, before he passed, just the whole time I grew up, everybody talked about JFK, and when I was younger, I read everything I could on it. And even as I got older, I never gave up looking into it. And every time they have a special or anything on it, I guess because it's a part of my history, and I want to know, and I'm nosy.
Yeah, I wasn't alive when JFK was.
So
JFK happened during her lifetime, not my lifetime.
It's horrible. It's a horrible way. When everybody says, and I'm not saying this to cause a problem or a fight or an argument.
No, these people don't. The people that are in here right now, we all are pretty cool with each other.
Every president, you guys, every single one of them have faults. Every single one of them have done wrong. I know a lot of people are really down on Biden.
No, I wouldn't go into that too much.
Because he makes a lot of mistakes.
No, because he's a dumbass.
He makes a lot of mistakes.
He's a fucking dumbass.
Okay. But every single one of them had made mistakes. And if we were a president ourselves, we'd make mistakes too. Because we all seem to listen to what somebody else has to say.
Okay, Kane put, the other shot came from the grassy knoll.
Yes.
Which is 100% definitely come from the grassy knoll. Roland's put, I believe the government did it, and George Bush Sr. covered it up with the investigation.
You hit it, you nailed it, you did. You did. Bush did cover it up. Absolutely. Sure did. And I don't think all the truth has come out about it yet, has it?
No.
Yeah, I don't think it has.
They covered up the story.
And what has come out, which is very little.
What's so funny, Donna?
They black it.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff you will never be able to see it because they redacted it or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
And you can't see what happened.
That's true.
Desiree put, I think that was so bad that Jackie had to stand there right after her husband got killed. And Johnson wanted to be president, and she was waiting to go and bury her husband.
Yes. Yes. And they showed pictures of that. That's just...
And JFK wanted us to put U.S. back on the gold standard. That's another reason why they killed him. That's what Roland said.
Yeah. And everybody always came up with all the excuses. Oh, it had to do with Marilyn Monroe, and that she was giving secret information to Russia and all this kind of bullcrap. And none of that's been proven. Maybe she did talk to somebody in Russia. Maybe she had a friend there, She was a star.
Since you brought that up, that's what Desiree was just talking about. So we'll bring it up now, Desiree, because you've been waiting. I know you've been waiting. She's been waiting for you to come in for this one. But I didn't want to change the subject yet, but here it is. It says, What does your mom think about Marilyn Monroe's conspiracy theory about her being killed by the Kennedys?
You know, I think it was the brother. My honest opinion is Bobby?
Bobby, yeah.
Bobby. I think it was him. I think because she knew a lot of information on them, and they were money hungry. I mean, I'm not going to sit and say they weren't because history proves it. They wanted to be popular. They wanted to be the number one family, you know, and for the longest time they were the number one family, and they're still talked about to this day. So, do I think Bobby had something to do with it? Absolutely, absolutely. And I do believe she passed out from medication. This is just my belief, my opinion. I do believe she went in and she took her medication that the doctor prescribed to her. And I believe, I won't pinpoint and say Bobby, but my heart says Bobby. But one of the Kennedys came in and I believe that they inserted something in her rectum that killed her. That's just my opinion, though.
Okay, now this is going back to Kennedy being killed. It says, I know when Kennedy arrived at the hospital, the Secret Service cleaned the vehicle, and that right there was the evidence. And then Keynes put, I believe it was a crooked Secret Service agent that done the second shot. Which is a possibility. Nobody knows who done the second shot.
That's possible.
And they did.
You know, I never thought of it that way.
They did clean it up, like Desiree said.
Instantly.
Yeah, as soon as he showed up.
They said they cleaned it up so fast because of the reaction that, what's her name? Jacqueline.
Jackie
Her name's
Kennedy.
Jacqueline, but they didn't want her to see or get into the same car again where her husband's brain was splattered all over.
Yeah, but
so that was
but they
their
covered up the
excuse
evidence
for cleaning it up so fast.
Yeah, they covered up a lot of evidence
Absolutely,
by cleaning that car.
Because spackle, blood splatter, the gun residue.
Nobody can see you. Keep moving away.
All of that.
Scoot over this way a little bit, Mom. Nobody can see you.
All of that would have been right there in the car, and they made sure they cleaned it up instantly. So yeah, it's all a cover-up. It is, because Johnson wanted in office.
And this is what Desiree, this is back to Marilyn Monroe. It says, I know I watched videos of her friends said that she was going to tell all about the affair with the Kennedys, and they had her killed.
Absolutely. She was going to tell all their dirty secrets. You're absolutely right. Absolutely. Because she knew. And let me tell you, I loved John F. Kennedy. I did. I loved him. I've loved him my whole life.
But all politicians, guys, are crooked in some way.
They all are about the money.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
Okay,
but
Trump wasn't.
No, Trump had some things he did that were pretty fucking stupid. And I'm a big Trump fan, but there's some things he did that's wrong. But all politicians are crooked. All of them.
Sorry, they are. That's just being honest, because
I'm a big Trump fan. I'm 100% a Republican, guys, for you people that don't know. But
they all have.
All politicians are crooked in some way.
But I am totally agreeing with you, Desiree, that, yeah, she was going to talk, and she said she was. She even had a what do they call it, interview. And she had said that she was going to come out with a lot of information that was going to hurt the Kennedys.
I forgot that, I didn't even think about that, because that's kind of weird, too. Kane just brought up. Look what happened to John Kennedy Jr. and his girlfriend down the road.
That was his wife.
Was it? Was it? I think it was his girlfriend.
No, that was his wife and his wife's sister when they were on the plane and it went down. Is that what you're talking about?
I don't know if that's what he's talking about, but I think it was his girlfriend.
No, that was his wife. And they were actually planning on getting a divorce.
Well, I don't know. I have no idea. Desiree put, I know the Secret Service is don't want her in the vehicle where JFK was killed, but she had to watch her husband get his brains blown out. So
I can't imagine. And you know, she talked about that only in a couple of interviews during the whole time she was still living. And she really didn't go into detail, but you could tell just by looking at her face in interviews that it still devastated her. So I'm sure it's something that she never got over. I'm sure she's seen that every day of her life. I can't imagine.
Like just seeing my father's in a casket, and my father wasn't killed; he died of cancer. Was horrible. But if my dad was to get shot while I was sitting there watching that,
that would be devastating.
Would be so much worse than. And it's horrible to see your father or your mother in a casket, but to see them die like that, and then go to their funeral because you've seen what happened, and then see him in the casket too,
and little John saluting his dad. I
don't know if she's a bigger person than I am. I think it would be hard to deal with what she dealt with when that happened.
And you know, she still treated people kindly. Jackie was never really mean to anyone. She was loving, caring. She gave to a lot of charities. I don't know if I could be that kind.
Yeah, I probably couldn't.
After going through something like that, because you never truly know in your own mind who did it. Why?
We'll get to that in a minute, Kane, because my mom agrees with you on that. But Desiree put, the Kennedys wanted to have a wholesome family image, and Kennedys knew Marilyn was going to talk, and it would ruin that image.
You're absolutely right, Desiree. I agree with you. And Marilyn Monroe was going to talk about it. If you look back into it a lot with the Marilyn Monroe, she was going to do an interview. And she was going to talk about things she knew about Russia and the United States and what was going on with the Kennedys, because actually she slept with both of them. I'm not saying that she's wrong, you know, but she did sleep with both brothers. So
Ryan,
she knew a lot.
Ryan, me, and my mom are going to do Summer Wells this week on Monday. We're going to do a podcast every Monday with me and my mom. This week we're doing Summer Wells. Next week we're going to do, because you asked if we should talk about Gabby, we're going to do Gabby and Brian next Monday. So tomorrow we're going to do Summer Wells, and then next Monday we'll do Brian and Gabby.
Oh my gosh, the twists and turns in the Summer Wells. If you guys get a chance, look up some of the stuff. You will just be amazed.
If you don't know the Summer Wells story, when you hear it tomorrow, you're going to think, holy crap.
Okay,
We're not going to get into it, though.
No, now wait a minute.
Because I want them to be ready for it tomorrow.
Okay. You think conspiracy with JFK? Summer Wells is a conspiracy above.
So how many, put a 1 in the chat if you know who Summer Wells is, if you've ever heard of her. Let's see, what do we got?
Oh, and I had an oddball supper, you guys. I'm an oddball anyways. Sometimes we eat a lot of oddball stuff here, but I decided to go in and have a Jimmy Dean's sausage cheese biscuit with some fried okra.
Rollins put the Secret Service agent protecting him. I'm assuming he's supposed to say him and not her. Never forgave himself for not taking the bullet for JFK.
You know, that's true too. He did feel guilty.
Well, that's his job. He's supposed to take the bullet for him.
Because
in all reality.
And also when Reagan was shot at, they really felt bad because Reagan got hit. So the men that were protecting him.
Mom.
What?
Oh shit! Go ahead, finish what you're saying, and I'll tell.
So the men that were protecting him also felt guilty. The Secret Service men, they felt guilty because they didn't take the shot for him too. So,
if you guys have noticed, like we started talking about JFK, then Desiree brought up Marilyn Monroe, which goes into this story, and now Mom brought up Ronald Reagan, which was asked about a little bit ago, and I said we'd get into that in a minute because Mom liked Ronald Reagan.
Oh yeah.
Keynes put Ronald Reagan was a great president, but dirty.
He was a Hollywood star. I mean, come on.
You brought him up, so now he's part of the story.
But yeah, for somebody to shoot at a president, come on now. And everybody pulls out the pill that says, "Oh, I was insane." It's like a pill. Oh, I lost my mind at the moment, you know, so I did something stupid. It's not because I disliked him or anything. The heckin' isn't is because you wanted to go down in history, you fools.
We're going to go live tomorrow about the Summer Wells thing at 8 p.m. Central Time. 8 p.m. Central Time tomorrow night.
It's a very interesting...
And this story...
Controversial.
This story takes some twists that people...
You can't imagine.
Summer Wells didn't die. Just so, if you guys want to... Summer Wells is not dead. Let's just put it this way, and it'll make you think about it till tomorrow. We're not going to go into it tonight. Summer Wells didn't die. A kid dressed like Summer Wells died. So there you go. Wait till tomorrow, guys.
There's some huge twist in that one. I mean, when you talk about controversy, oh my goodness, this little girl's case outdoes anything I've ever heard of in my life, and I'm 61.
Look, there's so many twists in this story, and you're going to be amazed. Well, you're not going to be amazed because it's sad.
It is sad.
It's a freaking sad story. There's 3 kids that are involved in this story that are no longer.
Yes.
So, yeah, it's sad.
They're all gone. All 3 are gone.
But I think only one of them died. But Desiree put, and I don't know if you followed this story. I don't know if she followed this story, but I'll bring it up, and she might know something about it because I think it's Courtney Love. But what does your mom think about the Kurt Cobain conspiracy theory?
I actually think Courtney had him killed.
I think Courtney killed him.
I think she had him killed.
No matter how you look at it, though.
That's my opinion, which makes her guilty.
Yeah. I think she actually killed him.
I think she wanted his money and everything, and I really do think...
If you pay attention, look at Courtney Love's life before Kurt Cobain. She was like this amazing, awesome woman.
Yes.
And once Kurt Cobain died, Courtney lost her fucking mind.
Yes.
And went downhill fast. Mm-hmm. I think because she's been all her life covering up what happened. Did. What she whether she caused it or she did it, she
had
knows what happened.
Else do it. She's behind it. Yes, I absolutely believe that she's behind it. If that's what you're asking.
Yeah, it is.
I do think.
Roland's put this answering that to Desiree put. I think it was between Courtney and Dave. I don't think he killed himself. He had too much. They said he had way too much drugs in his system that there's no way
he wouldn't know to stop her. And even if he couldn't have, there was so much in, like Danny said, in his system There's no way he could have kept doing. He would have been out of it, you guys.
Yeah, there was so much drugs in his system. There was no way he could have. There
no
should have
way.
been no way he could have killed himself.
There's just no way. But we're not there to see what happens. We're only there to come up with our own conclusions. But sometimes it's amazing because I think Courtney Love's involved. Yeah, I think she wanted his money, which is normal.
Go look at Kurt Cobain's diaries.
And
you want to see some interesting things? Go look at Kurt Cobain's diaries.
There's a lot out there on Kurt's stuff. A lot of what they call conspiracy theories too. But I think Courtney was involved in it. Whether she did the dirty deed or had somebody do the dirty deed, she's involved. She knows. Because she lost it.
She lost her mind after that.
She absolutely lost it for like 5 or 6 years.
I don't think she ever really
and she's
went
still
back to
not
herself.
all there.
Yeah.
So
she knows what happened,
and
or she did it.
It's eating away at her, is what I think.
Kane's put John Hinckley Jr. was Reagan's shooter, and was obsessed with Jodie Foster. Jodie, or is that Judy?
Jodie.
He put Jodie. That's
Jodie.
Jodie. Okay,
Jodie Foster. Yeah,
I don't know
the movie star.
I don't know anything about this story, so I can't really get involved in it.
He thought she walked on water, and he constantly bothered her.
This was John. The John guy did follow Judy. Okay.
Yes, he constantly just terrorized her pretty much. She wasn't allowed to go anywhere that she didn't turn around, and he was right there. So, people want to go down in history. That's a lot of this deal, you guys. People want to make a name for themselves, so they go out into the world and they do stupid, unrealistic things like kill people or shoot at people, and that gets them in history.
That's why I think when
look at John Lennon.
I think when the news covers a murder, they shouldn't use the person that did its name at all, because that's what they want. Mm-hmm. They want to go down in history.
They want to be known as the person
that did it.
Off somebody.
Yeah.
They want their name to be in the history book, and that's a lot of it, even to this day. To this day. Look at you guys were talking about it earlier, about the young man who just recently shot all these children and teachers.
21 people. 21 people.
His name is going to be in history for life as a shooter.
Yeah. It's just crazy.
I mean, you have the ones that cover it up and never want to be known as somebody who killed somebody, but then you have those ones that they want to be in them history books. And that's a lot of the crap that's going on in the world today. People think they got to be better than somebody else. They got to do this. They got to do that. No, be you. Be kind. Be forgiving. And are we all guilty of not forgiving once in a while? Come on now. I am.
Okay, so I'll come back to Desiree and Kane's last post, but we'll go to the Kane's middle post first, because we kind of talked about that, and then we'll go to the other two. He put, I heard Kurt Cobain was going to divorce Courtney Love. I don't know if that's true. Yes, it was true.
Yes, he was.
He was planning on divorcing her.
And she was actually, when they were together, she was pretty good. But you know, when you're in a relationship sometimes, because Kurt had talked about it, when you're in a relationship, sometimes you get different vibes. And you can almost feel that person's evilness coming out, or meanness, or hatefulness, or anything. when you are married and in a relationship, you get to learn that person, and Kurt was learning her. And he was seeing that she was pretty much a backstabbing witch.
A bitch.
So
But
I didn't know if I could say that.
You can-
and I don't cuss
you-
anyways, but
The only thing that I don't really allow anybody to say is the R word, which is, and stuff like that, because I don't think we should talk. If we're going to talk about it, don't say the word. So the
right.
R word, I just don't
Well, look
like.
at Johnny Depp and what he's going through and how he was scared of his girlfriend. Now, what if, just say, what if Kurt Cobain was in the same situation? Because he didn't get a chance to tell his side. Only Courtney did. But what if he was in the same relationship like Johnny Depp?
Okay. Desiree put, what does your mom think about the director of Jeepers Creepers? Neither one of us knew anything about that till today.
I didn't. I'm going to have to look into that.
So we
because
definitely are both going to
I
have to
will
look more
look
into
in-
that. But after you telling me, and I told Mom, I guess she didn't hear it. She was talking. We were talking about it earlier when she was standing in here. Yeah, that scene where the creeper licks the bus with the kids in it now makes me kind of sick to even think about.
Well, and we had also got up into what Walt Disney is putting into all of theirs.
We'll make Walt Disney
nowadays, too.
We'll use
Oh,
Walt
my
Disney as
gosh.
another story because
Come on now, don't be pushing no little 3 and 4 year old kids to make up their mind about their genders. Give me a break, you idiots. Let them decide that on their own. Good grief. At 3, 4, 5, and 6 years old, them kids want to be kids. Oh, what is wrong with people? I'm telling you, there's a bunch of sick old... I get angry when it comes to that. Leave them babies alone. All
Kane,
of them.
this what we're about to talk about. We'll probably do a video on this because I've done a lot of research on this story. So we'll probably meet, and Mom probably has too. He put Charles Manson family member tried to kill a president as well.
You know, thinking in the back of my mind...
There was one. I don't remember who it was.
Before Manson and the girls got arrested, they were making plans, but I don't remember which president it was.
Me either. I can't remember the president either.
But I do remember that the girls were talking about they were setting
President
up
Ford.
to get a president.
President Ford.
So I do remember that. You're absolutely right. I do remember before they got arrested, the girls were talking about doing a hit on a president.
Yeah, he said he put.
Like Charles Manson.
He said President Ford. President Gerald Ford.
You're probably right. That's about the era. So you're probably right. But yeah, I do remember hearing something on that. And I do remember the girls thinking, when they did get arrested, I do remember the girls thinking that if they talked about the things that Charles wanted them to do, that they would get out of prison. But all it did was give us a lot more clues into what it was really like to be in the Manson family. And it was sick. I mean...
Yeah, we'll probably... I'll try to get my mom to do 1 or 2 videos a week. She doesn't really like being in front of the camera. Even though she just come in here and got in front of the camera because she wanted...
Because you told me I would... You told them I would come back later
but
and...
she likes talking about this stuff. She's enjoying
Oh
this.
my gosh,
If she didn't enjoy it,
been-
guys, she wouldn't be in here talking to you guys.
I have done research all my life. I have paid attention to people's deaths all my life. I have always delved into finding out all the information on it that I possibly could, which I can't do every story in the world, because I'd never get up from the spot I'm in, and I wouldn't pee, I wouldn't smoke my cigarette, I wouldn't have a cup of coffee, I can't do them all. But there's a lot of them I've looked into, and Oh my gosh. People are just totally. You cannot say that the person sitting next to you wouldn't kill you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I won't kill you.
Well, I hope not.
So you can't say it, but when you're like out and about and you're walking and you're going by people you don't have a clue who they are,
Exactly.
you don't know what they're going to do in the next minute.
You have no clue because people snap within minutes.
Okay, so Desiree, you'll know more about this one because I don't. I'll have to look into this one, Desiree, but my mom will know about it. She put. I watched a video about John Lennon, and I think he.
I love him.
I think he knew he was going to be killed. I know he said I think he was going to be killed by a crazy person with a gun or something like that.
Absolutely right. You're absolutely right. He knew he was dying. He knew that his life was going to be taken and there was nothing he could do about it to protect himself. And you know, he did have people for the longest time protecting
Hey, Desiree,
him.
will you time that person out that just wrote there at the bottom?
He did have people protect him for a little while, and then he got to where he thought it was okay, and he didn't like being followed around because everybody's seen every move that he made. And once he let the people go that were protecting him, bodyguards, that's when he got killed.
So I don't know.
Yes, he absolutely knew he was going to die. It was a feeling he had, and he talked about it, and he was absolutely right.
I don't know anything about his story, so I'll have to look into it. But I knew my mom would know about that
Oh,
story.
absolutely, because I love John Lennon. Come on now, out of all the Beatles, yes, Paul McCartney's good. And listen to the conspiracy over Paul. That's not the real Paul McCartney. I'm sure you guys all heard that. But, yeah. We really lost a good singer when we lost John Lennon to somebody being cruel and the man was just awesome. He was a flower power person like me.
This goes back to the Charles Manson thing Desiree put. I think it was wrong for Charles Manson and his cult to kill Sharon Tate and her unborn child.
Absolutely. And you know, there's a story out now that one of the girls did an interview in prison.
Go ahead.
And this one absolutely kills me because...
What are we talking about? The Charles Manson thing?
Yeah, when they took Miss Tate outside. She was begging them girls not to hurt her and take her baby. And they were laughing at her. They kept telling her it was funny and she was nothing but a bitch. And she didn't deserve to be a mom. And I'm like, when I listened to this interview, it made me cry. Because I'm like, here's a mother pleading for her child. And these girls didn't care.
How's it going, Dave?
They didn't care. So yeah, there's an interview out there. Desiree, is that the one who said it?
Yeah.
Desiree, look it up. It's out there. And it says that she begged and pleaded and screamed and wanted to save her baby, and they just laughed at her and killed her. Sad. I'm sorry. That one brings tears to my eyes because when I listened to that interview, it destroyed something in my heart.
Desiree put, what does your mom think about Lorraine Bobbitt?
Lorena Bobbitt.
Yep.
Well, she cut off that guy's wanger. What do I think about it? I don't know. If somebody cheated on me, would I do that too?
She wouldn't. My mom wouldn't do it, but she would think about it.
But I would absolutely, positively think about doing it. Not saying that I wouldn't think about it because, but would I do that? No. Do I think that she should have got in any trouble or anything? No. She did what she thought was right. She thought she was going to teach him not to cheat again, and maybe she did. I don't know what was going through her mind at the time, but I can only imagine if somebody tells you, oh, I'm cheating and this person's so much prettier than you and gives me more than you ever could and all this bull
The way
crap.
she said that was pretty funny, wasn't it, Dave?
I'd cut that wanger off too.
That's what Dave's laughing about, the way you said
Right.
it. About you saying the wanger. You chopped off the wanger.
Okay.
He's laughing about it. It's pretty funny.
But myself, I wouldn't do it, but do I think she had every right to do it? Absolutely. I don't know what he put her through, but you know what? He soon found out it wasn't worth his tallywhacker.
Desiree put, I think the women who killed Sharon Tate should burn in hell for eternity.
You know what? They're still trying to get out. Come on now, girl. You got to get up with them girls. They're trying to get out to this day. They're saying that they're rehabilitated and all this kind of stuff. No. You can't do that to a woman carrying a baby and kill her when she's sitting there down on her knees and on the ground and you're standing on her and she's pleading and begging for the mercy of her baby and you're laughing in her face saying, oh, shut up, bitch. Come on, no. They don't deserve to be out, ever. No.
I don't know who, do you know Ruby Ridge? I guess I
Ruby
don't know
Ridge.
Ruby Ridge, so let me write that one down, because it'll be one I have to look into.
Ruby Ridge.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
It sounds familiar. Is that the camping spot where they got the elderly ladies?
Have a good night, David.
Who asked that question?
Keynes did, but he said no, that's not who it was.
Okay.
He put it was 3 girls and 1 male.
Oh, is that about the guy that stayed in the cave? And he kept taking the girls' glasses and stuff like that because he couldn't afford to buy his own, but he lived in a cave?
He hasn't wrote back yet. Looks like you had to get rid of a couple of people, Desiree. Were people putting like really stupid comments, I take it?
They were probably talking about how ugly Danny's mom is.
No, they were just being assholes.
But I'm okay with that because I'm not the prettiest person in the world. You either like me or you don't.
I don't care.
Who cares?
You're not going to come in and say stupid shit or you're going to be gone.
Well,
we time them out. We don't usually get rid of them.
Right.
So they're gone for like 300 seconds or something.
Right. I'm Ruby Ridge.
I wrote it down, so I have to look more into it because I don't know that story. She put, Desiree put, I think, I really do. I think the woman who killed Sharon Tate should have got the death penalty.
Absolutely agree with you. I do. Well, actually, I have to tell you this and be honest with my own true feelings.
What's up, Hillbilly?
They all should have got the death penalty, and it should have been served.
Yeah.
Because they just went and decided to kill.
Okay, I got you now,
people.
Kane.
So I think they all should have got it. They shouldn't even have a chance. Them people didn't get a chance at life. That baby didn't get a chance.
If you guys go watch my video today that I did it before this live, so it's now 3 hours ago. I did a video on the mother of the kid that did the shooting a couple days ago. I guess it's been about a week now. Yeah, that lady. There's something really seriously wrong with her. Like seriously wrong with that lady. So you guys definitely want to go check that video out. I was gonna say something with that, but I don't remember what the hell it is. I'm getting old.
Yeah, me too. Some things I can like. Ruby Red hits a chord with me,
Oh, I know what I was gonna say now. Hold on.
but I can't remember.
We'll look it up here.
Yeah,
It's Ruby Ridge.
Ruby Ridge. Yeah.
Kane, tell us who Ruby Ridge is, because we're not really sure. So my mom will refresh her memory. She might know who it is. This is what I was gonna say about the kid that did the shooting a couple days ago. I think we should bring the firing ranges back. Like he should face a death penalty, and what he did should be done to him. Put him in front of the firing range and shoot him. He killed 21 people. He should go out the same way.
Well, you know, overseas they still do that. They put them up against the firing wall and they just. So.
Desiree said the reason it pisses her off so much is because it killed an innocent unborn child.
I agree with you. And she was begging and pleading. Could you imagine laying on the ground and you're begging and pleading for your baby? Could you imagine looking at women and we're supposed to have compassion for other women, and they had no compassion. They took her baby anyway. I'm just.
Oh, man, you really want him to pay for it, don't you, Desiree? She said, I think the kid that done the shooting should get shot 21 times. You realize, I think, I can't remember exactly, but I think of the kids that got shot, 41 bullets hit those kids and the two teachers. 41 bullets.
The Bible does say an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, but it also says thou shalt not kill. So sometimes the Bible does controversial things, so I'm not sure what to think on that one.
Okay, he put Ruby Ridge, which is a guy, not a girl. I thought it was a girl too. Was a guy wanted by the federal government who lived in a house with his wife and their kids. He lived with no electricity and running water. I'm gonna have to look into the story because I don't know the story at all.
It's not ringing
So
a bell.
I wrote it down. It's right there. I'm definitely gonna look into it, but I got like 5 million other things to look into. So we will try to catch up as many things as we can.
Yeah, that one's not.
Desiree
clicking,
changed it
so
to he should
I
be
will
shot
check
41 times now.
Okay.
Yeah, 41 bullets hit those kids and them two teachers. So she changed it to now 41.
Well, now you know, Missouri, just like I want to say is probably about a month ago, actually killed a prisoner.
Yeah, but it was
We put him to
illegal
death
ejection. Not this. I think this guy should be shot.
because he had did some very cruel murders here, and they finally just said, "Hey, dude, your time's up," and yeah,
Hillbilly.
we got rid of him.
Hillbilly put this is to the kids that from the 19 kids and the two teachers. But I agree. Why should he receive fairness and mercy when he gave none?
We're all supposed to give fairness and mercy.
And he gave
But-
none.
You know, here's a question for you guys. Do people really snap that bad? And what causes them to snap so bad that you would hurt somebody like that? Especially babies. I mean, them kids were babies. What? 6, 7, 8-year-olds?
No.
They're babies.
They were 10 and under. There was
Okay.
like 8, 9, 10-year-olds.
But still, they're babies.
And then 2 adults.
So, I mean, what would make you snap to do that? And in order to make it happen and to go through with what you're thinking you can't be crazy. Think about that. How many of them go in there and say, "Oh, I lost my mind.
But here's the thing.
I'm crazy."
How
in the hell did you set it up to do it? You weren't that crazy
This
then.
kid apparently spent $10,000. How this kid got that much money, nobody even knows. But this kid had $10,000 worth of guns, ammo, and the vest. There's a name for it. It's the army, like the vest but it's the expensive ass vest where you can't. It's a bulletproof vest, but there's a name for it. I can't think of the name of it. Spent like $10,000 on these guns and the ammo and all the shit he had.
So see, he can't go in and say he just lost it because this guy set that up. He knew what he was doing. He knew what he was going to do. He set up his ammo, his...
I'll be with you in just a second, Pooh.
All that kind of stuff. You know, when you set something up like that, then you can't
Kevlar, that's it. Thanks, Glue. I couldn't think of what it was called. But yeah, Kevlar vest. I think them things are like a couple $1,000. Like, and he had like an army one. Pooh put, "Can anyone teach me how to bear with all the stuff in life?" Yeah, don't turn on the TV. Don't turn on your computer.
Yeah.
Don't get on your phone. Don't go out of your house. That's pretty much like if you leave your house, you're going to hear something. If you get on that phone, you're going to hear something. If you watch that computer, you're going to hear something. You turn on the TV, you're going to hear something. You watch the radio, listen to the radio, you're going to hear something. So the only way you're not going to hear none of that is you're going to have to stay in your house with nothing on.
And you can't do that because you go stir crazy.
And that's sad. That's the only way that you could not have to deal with any of it. And nobody's going to do that.
Right.
You can pray. That's right, Roland.
Yep.
That's pretty much the only thing you can do. Pray for things to be better.
This world's in a sad, sad mess. It's a good thing that a lot of us think the same way because things that happen like these little kids, you know, in Texas.
So the Ruby Ridge thing happened in 1992. So we'll have to look into that. And then
now, did he live in a cave or not?
No, he lived in a house.
He lived in a house without running water and electricity.
Yeah, with his wife and I think he said their kid.
Now, is he the one who had molested the little girl?
Don't say that word.
Oh. Okay.
Done something to his kid.
No, to his daughter's friend. And he killed her?
I don't know. He said no, so
so I'm on a different one.
Yeah.
Because I remember that one where the daughter came back like a couple of years ago and snitched her dad out. It took her all of her life because she was afraid of her dad, but finally...
Desiree put, I think James Holmes should be shot. He was the one who did the Colorado movie theater shooting.
Yep, I do.
That was Batman, I think.
Yep.
The Return of Batman or something that movie... I'm pretty sure it was Batman.
You know, I think they all should be. The one that did it at that concert. What was his name? I can't remember his name, where he went in and was just shooting everybody at the concert. Man, somebody should turn around and went, boom.
I'm sorry, but if you go and kill people with a gun, you should be killed the same way. That's just how I look at it. Is it the right thing? Probably not. But eye for an eye. You shoot a person and take their life, you should be done the same way.
Well, if nothing else, you should be put in prison
No, fuck that. I gotta pay for that person to be in prison with my tax money when we could just shoot their ass and not have to pay for them anymore. No, you killed somebody, you should die. If they can prove 100% that you did it, you should be killed. I shouldn't have to pay for you the rest of my life.
I'm the type of person, if I was out in my truck and driving around and I killed somebody, I'd never get over it. Oh my gosh, I'm
But
the
that's
type of person I
that-
would never get
that's
over
different. That's an accident that happened. I'm saying if you purposely kill somebody and they can prove 100% you did it, you should be killed.
But most of them go in and
Why
say
do I
they're
need-
insane.
Why do I need to pay
And that's
taxes?
that's how they get away with it, and that's how come they're not put to sleep.
Yeah, why do I need to pay taxes on you the rest of my life because you're a piece of shit? That's just how. And we're paying for all these people to be in prison.
Yes, we are.
We're paying for it.
Well, you know, a person who has a bag of weed. Come on now. A lot of us have all smoked weed. I've been there, done that. But a person who gets caught with a bag of weed is getting more time than murderers.
Yeah, and weed should be legal.
Something's wrong.
I'm sorry, weed should be legal. There should be if you have too much in your car when it's legal, you should still get in trouble.
Absolutely.
But if you're under the limit of what's illegal, I think it's like I don't know because it's not legal here in Missouri, but I think it's legal in like 12 or 13 states now.
Medically, it's legal in Missouri.
Yeah, but it's not legal.
Medically.
It's not legal in Missouri.
Now we have a lot of the.
It should be legal in every state, but I think you can have like.
We have a lot of the factories here.
How many grams can you have? Because I'm not for sure. I think it's like 8, or is it 6?
Now I heard it was 2.
Maybe it's 2. I know it's a real low ass number.
But I'm just saying, these people that are getting caught with a bag of marijuana, come on, are doing more time than murderers.
Oh shit. See, I haven't really looked into the story, DJ, as much as some people because, like, I did a video earlier and it brought tears to my eyes just making the video. If you guys go watch it, when I talked about the 19 kids and the 2 adults, and yeah, but when I read
And
this,
I cried when I seen the interview on
he put that
Sharon.
he had a hot DJ put he had a high caliber rifle. Those kids were in such rough shape that they had to take the DNA samples
they didn't have a chance.
from the parents to identify body parts that were left.
Yes, I did hear that.
That is like I haven't really looked into it because I know if I look into it, it's going to piss me off.
Well, there's so little.
Yeah.
The bullets just shattered these babies.
Yeah.
Just shattered their bodies all apart, so they were nothing
Okay,
but shreds.
not more than 10 grams. That's why I thought it was a low number, but yeah.
Well, some states are different than another.
No, I think it's in all legal states is the same.
Have they
So,
changed it?
It is 10 grams in all legal states. Like here, if you get caught with 1 gram, you're going to jail.
Oh yeah, you're going to jail.
It's
You get
illegal
caught
here.
here, no matter what. You have to have a proven, and they have like a security scan thing on the medical cards they give out here, so the officers can run your card and make sure it's a true one. So yeah, they're really buttholes here in Missouri. They make sure that you're doing it the right way.
Kane put, and this is back to the Maryland or Charles Manson thing. He put Charles Manson and the 3 girls and the guy who killed Sharon Tate was supposed to be killed by California, but California changed the laws before they could be executed.
You know, you're right. But a lot of states,
So they kept them from
About
being
the same-
executed.
a lot of states about the same time have had overruled
See, I don't think-
anybody being put to death.
What I think happened with that, and the reason they probably changed that law, because Charles Manson, even though he was a piece of shit, was so popular by women.
He was still getting
that
money.
He was getting money, so California didn't want to kill him because they were getting money for him being there.
Yes. Yes.
So that's probably why they changed the law back then.
Hmm.
To not kill him because they were getting money and Charles Manson
Well-
was getting money because women loved him. And if you look at all murders, like all past murders where men are involved, there's always some crazy woman that falls in love with that person, the murderer, which is weird, but it happens with almost
And they go and marry
every
him.
every mass murderer. There's a woman or multiple women, with Charles Manson concerned, that fell in love with him.
What is the one we just watched? Oh, what's his name, Danny? He's really popular right now still. We watched it on Netflix.
I don't know what you're talking about. Are you talking about the clown?
Hobart. Hobart.
Are you talking about the clown?
No. I'm talking about oh, and I
The
have
one that buried his people under his house?
no, the SUV and everything. We watched the.
I don't have any idea.
We watched it on Netflix.
I haven't watched anything with you on Netflix in over a year.
Yeah, what's his face? And remember, he was supposed to arg the lady, and come to find out that it didn't happen. And he did 18 years,
I don't have any idea.
and they finally let him out. And then he went for the Hobart murder.
Oh, you're talking about Making a Murderer.
Yes. Oh my gosh,
That's been like 2 years since we watched that.
Okay, well, 2 years.
You're acting like it's like a couple months ago. I was like, no.
No, not a couple of months ago, but he has been up in history and everything, and he's wanting out really bad. And so, what do you guys think of that one? Do you think he really killed Hobart? Because in my own mind, I don't think he did. Anybody got any opinions on that?
We're behind like 20 seconds. So when you talk, they don't see it for like 20 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Because, I don't know, that's just how YouTube is. It's weird.
Yeah, and I can see him. He's standing right in front of me, and I can see him.
Desiree agreed with you.
Oh, so you don't think he's guilty of killing Hobart? I don't. I think he was set up because he was supposed to get all that money from the government there, and the police officers and the DA and all of them. So I think they didn't want to pay him, so they set him up. I really believe they set him up.
Well, we've been on here for like 3 hours, guys, so I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to give you guys about a minute to, well, let's see what this person says. We might be here a little longer. Hold on. We should put criminal convicted of murder in Coliseum stadiums where they have to fight hungry lions and tigers. The government can sell tickets and give proceeds to victims of families. I'm for that.
I don't think I'd want to watch.
I want to see it. Rip them the fuck apart.
I gotcha. I mean, it's one way of doing it, but I don't think I would want to watch that. That's just my opinion. Me being a female, I wouldn't want to watch somebody suffer. I don't care who.
I do know about the Slender Man murders. We'll talk about that next time.
Oh my goodness, that was a big thing.
But tomorrow, guys, at 8 p.m. Central Time, me and Mom will sit here and talk to you guys about the Summer Wells story. You guys are going to be...
It was really hard not to talk about her tonight.
You guys are going to be shocked at that story.
Because the biggest, bluest eyes, the blondest hair, gorgeous little baby girl. Oh, I would have took her.
That was a boy.
You said don't give out no hint.
I gave him that hint already, earlier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Beautiful. I don't care, boy or girl.
Okay, guys. Well, we're going to get out of here for the night. So, let you guys all say bye, and then I'm going to get out of here because we've been on this live for 3 hours.
Oh, thank you guys for letting me intrude and
Desiree said good night. Good night, Desiree.
Put out my opinions. Good night, Des.
Emily said good night.
Good night, Miss Emily.
Donna said good night.
Good night, Miss Donna.
Ryan said good night.
Good night, Mr. Ryan.
Roland said good night.
Good night, Mr. Roland.
And Desiree put, I hope you guys have a wonderful night, and good night again. And Kane's put, good night. Let's do an old-fashioned hanging or murders. All right, guys, we're out of here. We will.
Hey, you guys all be blessed
We will-
and say a prayer for the world.
We will definitely have. You definitely don't want to miss the Summerwell story tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central Time. Bye, guys.
Bye.